Hi, everybody, and welcome back for another episode of Unpacking with Sarah. Today, we are talking about polarized thinking, or good versus bad thinking, and how harmful that can be. Again, before we really jump in, just want to remind you, if you have any questions or comments, you can visit us at our website at daisygirlcommunications.com, or you can email me at daisygirlcommunications@gmail.com. So what is polarized thinking? Polarized thinking is when we tend to think in two different extremes on opposite ends of the spectrum. So this is good or bad. So I remember growing up, it would be something along the lines of, it's bad if you don't finish all of the food on your plate. It's good if you finish all of the food on your plate. And really, what happens with polarized thinking is it completely kills creativity. It completely kills our ability to problem solve. It's really difficult on communication. It's really difficult on relationships. And so we really want to shy away from this polarized, or what we like to call black and white thinking, good versus bad thinking. And yet our language is such that sometimes we still get caught in these good versus bad, black and white thinking patterns. And we do this in our emotions quite a bit. And so I really wanted to, over the next couple of sessions, kind of challenge how that works. So that way we can really get into a place where we can challenge the vocabulary and understand things differently. And so today I'm going to start with, instead of thinking in good, bad, positive, negative, black, white thinking, I want you to think instead about your specifically about your emotional responses as levels of comfort or levels of discomfort. So, for example, when I'm feeling bitter and angry, that's really uncomfortable for me. When I'm really joyful and excited, then that might be really comfortable for me. Whereas sad or annoyed is going to be somewhere in the middle. I'm sorry if you can hear my birds. I'll just see, there's my daughter's birds. They're my, I accidentally cut the electrical cord in my studio and I haven't replaced it yet. So I'm just in my living room right now, or my dining room, sorry. So the birds obviously know I'm recording, and so you get to hear the little chirpy of the budgies in the background. I'll remember to cover them up next time. So anyway, instead of thinking about anger being a bad emotion, let's talk about its level of comfort. How comfortable or uncomfortable we're feeling isn't necessarily good or bad either. And again, we get into, because anger or rage or bitterness is so uncomfortable, it must be bad. No, it's informing you. It's informing you of, this is so uncomfortable that I need to do something about it right now in order to get to a place where I feel more comfortable or I feel more in control. And so as we learn to really embrace a lot of those feelings of discomfort, what ends up happening for us is we can think clearer when we are in those intensely uncomfortable emotional states. And so today's a really short show. I just wanted to challenge you. Your homework for this week is to begin to identify how comfortable or uncomfortable your emotions are. And I like to use what's called a Likert scale. A Likert scale, most of us are going to be familiar with them. It's what the doctor asks you, out of 0 out of 10, what's your pain level? 10 being the worst pain you could ever imagine, and 1 being no pain at all, or whatever. That's a Likert scale. I want you to do something similar with your emotions. How uncomfortable are your emotions? 10 being the most uncomfortable you've ever felt in the emotional response that you're experiencing, and 1 being, I'm pretty damn comfortable. Like I could go to sleep right now. I'm just so much at peace, or whatever. So I want you to kind of start giving yourself a lot more room to move through your emotions in the gray zone rather than good or bad, black or white, positive or negative. Let's talk about the varying degrees of comfort. Thanks so much for listening again. Here, let me pull up this banner. If you would like to learn more about our show, you can visit our website at daisygirlcommunications.com. And there's that. Or if you would like to email me directly, you can do so at daisygirlcommunications, that is plural, @gmail.com. Thanks, everybody. We will see you next week. Bye.